A New York social, deeply troubled and in denial, arrives in San Francisco to impose on her sister. This is my review of Blue Jasmine. I've only seen one other Woody Allen film in my life so far, and that film was Annie Hall, and I saw Annie Hall a year ago. And Annie Hall, for those of you that don't know, is a movie that came out in the 70s, and it's a comedy. And after I saw Annie Hall, I thought to myself, man, that was a really good comedy, and that Woody Allen is a really good director and writer. So when I first saw the trailer for Blue Jasmine, which came out during the summer, I believe, I thought to myself, like, after I saw the trailer, like, I don't know if I want to see this movie, like, at the theaters or anything. So I waited for it to come out on DVD and Blu-ray. And before I rented the movie, I heard a lot of, like, award buzz about it, like, a lot of Oscar buzz as well about the movie. So I was like, okay, maybe this film is gonna be good. And after seeing the movie with my dad, I have to tell you guys that it's a good movie, but I think it does have some problems with it, in my opinion. The good points. The main good point about this movie is the cast of the movie, which had Cate Blanchett, Sally Hawkins, Louis C.K., Andrew Dice Clay, and I'm forgetting a lot of other people, but there were some other notable names in this movie as well. Oh yeah, Alec Baldwin and some other people as well in the movie. And I thought that everyone did a terrific job, but Cate Blanchett was the star of this cast. I thought that she did a phenomenal performance in her role as Jasmine. And she acted really well in the movie. Like, she made me believe that she was this loony person that was really mental and everything. The other good point I have to say about this movie is that I thought that Woody Allen did a really good job directing and writing this movie, and for some certain moments and certain parts and certain scenes, I don't think that his directing and writing were fantastic overall, but I'll get to that in a second. Overall, though, I thought his directing and writing were great. The bad points. Ironically, I think the thing I disliked the most about this movie was the writing, well, some of the writing from Woody Allen. Even though I thought that his writing was great overall, I did say that I thought it did have some problems. I also think that it has to do with his directing as well, because he likes to mesh his directing and writing together to make a perfect movie, and he did that with Annie Hall. But in Blue Jasmine, I don't know, his directing and writing together didn't just mix right with this movie. One example of this, and this isn't a spoiler or anything, but there are some flashbacks in the movie, and some of the flashbacks do transition well from going from the past to the present and everything, but overall, for almost all the flashbacks, it's they sort of had weird transitions, or they went over the place. Okay, for example, let's just say that it's present, and then it goes to a flashback from 2 years ago, and then it's present, and then flashback to a year ago, and then present, and then flashback 2 years ago again. It sort of went out of order when it was doing its flashbacks, because it sort of went from to the past, and then it went way in the past a little bit, and then it went to early past again. And after the movie ended, I connected all the flashbacks together, but I sort of don't like it when I have to figure it out during the movie, because I want to focus on what's happening with the present and not be focusing on what just happened a few minutes ago, with a flashback. So let's just say if something important's happening on the screen, I'm just still figuring out where that was on the timeline, and I'm missing some importance, oh wait, what's happening right now? Another thing I didn't like about the movie was some of the pacing and editing. There were some moments where I was invested in the movie and everything, but at other moments it was I just thought that some parts were slow and boring. It was time's dragging a little bit. The final bad thing I have to say about Blue Jasmine is the ending of the movie. I'm not going to spoil the ending or anything, but I just thought that the ending ended on a weird note. Like, I just don't, like, I know that's how, like, it ended when Woody Allen, like, wrote it, but I just don't know. Like, it just felt like there was more of a story to tell, like, after, like, what happens with her at the end. Like, it just felt weird to me that they didn't, like, that Woody Allen didn't tell the rest of, like, what happened. So I saw this movie at home with my dad, and my dad gives this movie a 2.75 out of 4 stars. And I as well give it a 2.75 out of 4 stars. I think it's a movie that, you don't, like, really need to see it, but if you're a Woody Allen fan, then I think you'll like it. And before I go, I have to talk about the film's Oscar nominations. It's nominated for Best Original Screenplay. I don't know, like, there was some writing that was good in the movie, but overall, I don't think it was that good. Like, there were some other movies that I thought were better than Blue Jasmine, but it sort of deserves it. Then we have Sally Hawkins nominated for Best Supporting Actress. I think that she sort of deserves it. Like, there are some other actresses, supporting actresses from 2013 that deserve it a little bit more than her, but she deserves it. And finally, we have Cate Blanchett nominated for Best Actress. Yeah, she definitely deserves this nomination. And that's my review, and those are my thoughts for Blue Jasmine. Hope you guys liked the review, and other than that, that's it.